I guess we'll wait and see. And if anyone is watching this or the VOD later, don't worry if we freeze momentarily. It's me shifting things around. Totes my fault. Oh, good. And for those who are watching, Twitch, of course. Oh, yeah. Gotta make that paper, that 1.1 revenue. Yeah. Get that copper. What? Well, hold on. Let's work on that for a second. Okay. Well, that's why we do this. Let's see. Device. Ooh, I think that one. Oh dear. It might be, but it also might not be. Let's see what happens to default. Huh, that's very strange.
Right, I'm going to talk now and see if it's picking
up. Oh, it looks like it is.
Cool.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay.
Sweet. Okay, that's good. So,
yay.
Didn't need chat for that one. I did my job.
That's good, though. I'm glad we were able to fix that.
Yeah, right. Tweets out now that we both can be heard. So.
Whoop whoop. Too bad Kieran's not here to do the Discord one. Aw, you need to. Okay. Ban him our first 5 minutes back.
Relieve the burritos. Oh, man. That's pretty relieving. There you go. Bye. So long, you stupid bot.
Yeah.
First one of 2022 within 5 minutes. Gotta love it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna drink like crazy. Because I haven't. I didn't even drink New Year's, did I?
I have no idea. Barely spoke to you on New Year's.
I know.
Had a lot going on.
It's been crazy. I'm drinking from my Tiffany's glass. I don't know. No, it's not going to pick it up.
Very shiny.
It's got Tiffany's etched in it.
Well, yeah, of course it has. With a sticker on it.
You know that sticker's important.
Sticker of authenticity.
Yes.
Of Tiffany. I know.
It shows that we all have the same 24 hours, Pete.
Do we? Do we all have the same 24 hours? Or do we have very, very different 24 hours and the only prerequisite is actually the time itself?
That's very different. 24 hours. And she can bite my shiny metal ass.
Yes, because that is actually probably one of the most imbecilic things I've ever heard on a podcast. Believe you me,
yeah, and
I've listened to some very imbecilic podcasts.
And there's people calling for understanding for her because she's like 23 or something like that.
Sorry, she's just a crappy Gen Z or Gen X or Gen Z, yeah, who has absolutely no freaking clue about life.
Well, I'll say this. By the time I was 22, I'd opened up my first business and was running it quite well. And also 100% aware that I was living or surrounded by people who were in poverty and destitution and it wasn't their fault.
Yeah, of course.
So it's possible to run a business and not be a twat.
You mean
I used your word, Pete.
No, you used it wrong. You said twat. Twat.
I did the Texas version. Twat.
I know. It's twat. Do not get on board with these Americans who do not know how to use a proper swear word.
It makes me giggle when they say it the American way. Because
it's absolutely
naughty.
Ridiculous.
It's naughty in America. It's so naughty.
I know, and I don't understand why, to be honest. It's like the most ridiculous swear word ever.
That's why that shows you that swear words and quote unquote bad words are meaningless, because you can go to one culture and it's bad, and go to another culture and it's completely fine. That's like
true.
there's a word here that is like absolutely atrocious that we just use all the time.
Which is?
Oh, I know what. Please don't be offended. I am only repeating it as an American. Spaz. That's not a bad word.
Oh, yeah. I know. But obviously, it's got a connotation to it now.
Now that I understand, like, the British version, yeah. They're British origins, I should say. And I don't say it unless I'm using it like I just did now. But in America, that's not... No, it doesn't even... It's like dog, cat, tree. You know, it's not a thing. It's just not a thing.
Yeah.
But that goes to show you it's all an illusion. It's all an illusion.
Yeah, I mean, like over here, it's really weird. Like, bloody is
apparently
a swear word, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
I could be talking about a body.
It's very strange to me. But we're not here to listen to my boring philosophies. I'm going to pop this open. It may be loud. I apologize to our viewers, listeners. Bueno, Brent!
Yo, howdy, Brent. How you doing, mate?
Oh, I hope this doesn't...
Good day to you, sir.
Why did I grab the Prosecco?
Yes, suddenly got an all posh English gentleman.
I meant to grab the wine, not the Prosecco.
Yeah, good idea.
But
clearly,
I don't know.
Yes.
But
okay, yeah, I've got the list open, so
good.
Go through a lot of this, which is good.
Britt, let us know how you're doing. We're gonna give the rest of our chatters 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutos.
Yes, because Spanish. Oh God, this feels weird again, doesn't it?
It feels weird, but I'm also glad.
Yeah, me too. But it does feel weird.
We have to get back into our rhythm a bit, so thanks for bearing with us out there.
Yeah, as you can probably see, I'm not fully prepared for this. Clearly,
it's all right.
Not really.
You are. You're always prepared.
Yeah, but then the fact of the matter is that I've now done 3 podcasts this week. This will be the third that I've done this week. So I've jumped in like this week, like full on, like again. Right. It's like gone back to how it was at the end of last year.
Oh my gosh!
And I've got another recording next week as well.
See, your 24 hours. Your 24 hours are all caught up in podcasts.
Yeah, and editing.
Yes.
Always. Which is why I was actually quite glad that the Modern Escapers and what I was like, I just need to turn up and do whatever. That's cool. But honestly, I went in with a game plan this time where I wasn't going to disrupt the whole thing like I did on Caffeinated Banter.
Yes. Oh, goodness. I need to have...
No, I was very well behaved, actually.
I'm glad to hear that. I obviously can't listen to it yet.
Yeah, of course, because it's very, very much on the spoiler side of things.
Yeah, and if you don't know out there, Never Neverland, Belfast is locked down again. Well, Northern Ireland is. So no movies.
Well, there is a possibility, but I would not condone it on a live stream, obviously.
Oh gosh, yeah. No, don't do that. Yes.
Yes, Twitch, you cannot ban me for making those sounds.
Yes. Pete's not a pirate.
No, I'm just playing a pirate.
Yes, pirate's life is not for him.
It's acting.
Yes, Ian McKellen.
Yeah. He said, I am okay, pandemic okay. Sounds good. A little buffering when I first joined, but good now. That seems normal, though, doesn't it? So, all good. Yeah, so... Oh, yeah.
I don't know how much we can say. We're getting used to being back in our rhythm, but we are minus our third. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a third. Kieran was supposed to join us, and we'll leave it at that because we don't know whether or not he wants anyone to know what's going on.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
That was a lot of information right there, Pete.
No, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot of information with absolutely nothing said.
Well, all
It's
I
just word.
know.
It's just word soup.
What?
It's word soup.
Yes, a word soup.
Yeah.
Verbal
I love that
diarrhea.
stuff. Yeah, I love that term, by the way. Like
It's better
word
than
soup
verbal
or verbal
diarrhea.
diarrhea. Yeah, either one of the two. They're both like pretty appropriate, to be honest. Especially with me sometimes.
Well, yes. But I don't want to say I'm sad. That's too strong of a word. I'm.
Disappointed?
No, because I'm not disappointed. That's definitely not the right word. Maybe disappointed in um, circumstances.
Yeah,
But
that's
not
more
in
of what.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I didn't mean disappointed in him. Like disappointed in the circumstance itself.
I couldn't be disappointed in him. But we are going to carry on.
He says, speaking of words, I have a question for Kylie.
Oh,
How
yeah.
can I find out if a book is in public domain?
There is a website. I was gonna message you back, Brent. There's a website that is dedicated to listing all public domain things, and it's got a search in it. I can't remember. It might be called public domain.
Is it
search.
Reedsy?
I'd have to.
Goodreads.com?
Oh, it might be, but no. It is. What was the first press called? The first printing press. Can anyone remember? Dad, come! I can't believe I've forgotten that. But it was whatever that is. It's that website, but it's named after the very first printing press that was ever existed. Something.
Gutenberg Press.
Gutenberg. That's it. I'm so bad at names. Check Gutenberg. Yeah,
Gutenberg.org. Yeah, Gutenberg.org.
And it should have a search engine in there.
It does.
Okay. It's been a while since I've been on there.
Gutenberg,
It's been a while.
It's called.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Freaking hell. Why have you done that for a second time? Goodness gracious me.
I'm not going to force us into a time limit today, Pete. I think we should be natural. Yeah.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah, we got to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, I definitely do not feel like I'm in the swing yet, so.
I know, it's weird.
I know. Speaking of which, so obviously talking about the podcast recording I had to do earlier on in the week, I'm not joking, I have not been nervous on a podcast in ages.
Right? Were you nervous on the Modern Escapism one? Because you had to behave?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think some of it was because I had to behave, and second of all was like the last time that I recorded with some of those guys, I said something very inappropriate. And that was on our own podcast that I actually had to cut out. So
yeah, I remember you saying that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I wanted to make sure I was on best behaviour, obviously, but it was like, and I haven't done a recording with 4 other people in a while, so it was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. It's like,
foursome then.
Well, it was 5-some, including me.
Oh wow, you went all out.
Yeah, exactly. But like, it's just, yeah, it was
an orgy of entertainment.
You said it, not me.
I did.
But yeah, it was just. I didn't know, it was weird, like, because they've got a really good dynamic that works for them, obviously, and I didn't want it to cut in too many times when they're saying things, you know?
No, I get
you don't want to upset the apple cart too much.
I get that.
But it was great fun. Got the chance to obviously promote both the podcasts, so that was good.
Oh, that's very good. Very, very good. Very.
Yes.
Ugh.
It's obviously quite funny because it was just like, yeah, you should check out Rapid Reviews because there's some good writers on there. And I went, what, you included?
Is it just one of them that's a writer here?
Sorry?
Is it just one that's a writer here? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was 2.
Yeah, I don't know if the others do game writing at all, but I know one of them does like a lot of stuff with Letterboxd. Like, review stuff on there. Like,
yeah.
Film buff stickers, so he just he's got a Letterboxd account and just reviews on there.
Letterboxd is good with their memes.
I've been
movie
asked
memes.
to create an account on there by Kurt, so I will do that
Mm.
eventually.
Yes, you
Might
should.
send the link across so you can have a look, but yeah.
Yeah. This year
Right.
in 2022, I'm kind of hoping. I don't know. Every time I make plans,
They go
the
to
pandemic
Butkus.
is, yeah, it's like, hey, I'm gonna ruin your plans. Um, and then we'll leave that with me, Brent, and I will look into it. I'm pretty good at sussing out things. What was I saying? Oh, I was thinking about expanding my writing, like actually doing it.
Yeah.
But I think really what I'm gonna do, and I don't normally announce this, but I don't care. I don't have anyone to
Yeah.
talk to. Is I'm gonna write a new novel
Nice.
because I
Very
wrote
good.
2 novels and a cookbook, and the cookbook still gets residuals
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's a
You've told me
cookbook.
that before.
Yeah, it's a cookbook. It's like I might update the cover or something, but um, my royalties have just about stopped on the other 2, so I think it's time to. Not that I write only for money. I don't, but it is a nice passive income to have. But it does take a lot of work. I don't want anyone out there to think that writing isn't hard. It's very hard. And to write a novel, it takes 5 years. Well, it takes 3 years to write a novel, 5 years to write a good one. So.
I've got a lot of time. I haven't got a lot of time. That's me out.
And see, well, that's.
Also, you need a good idea for a novel, which yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, good ideas help. Although, to be fair, here we go.
The soapbox time.
There are websites out there with writing prompts, and you can even get some that are generated, like computer generated prompts or whatever. And those can be good to get your brain working. But
Yeah. Well, that does kind of help, if you have some kind of idea you think that might actually be decent, you can go and
yeah.
have a look and see basically if it is decent or if it's already taken.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Here's one thing that they teach you is that there's like 4 ideas in the world, and they get recycled every 20 years. So everything you ever
Sounds,
read and everything you ever listen to or play is all based on the same 4 ideas.
sounds like life.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like what it would be in life. The old the cycles of patterns behavior, basically.
Yeah.
We're now going into the era of neo McCarthyism.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's a worrying thought, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm gonna drink more. Oh, look, there's Nana.
Woo! Never late, just on time.
Right. And
Don't tell
Happy
that
New
to
Year.
Kylie because then she'll get later
Oh
and
yeah,
later.
exactly. I will.
I'm never late. I'm just on time for when I wanted to be
That's
here.
right. It's true.
Yeah. Hello, mate. Hope you're. Oh, Happy New Year! I didn't see that at the end of the message, so hope you're good.
Fur thing. It's putting fur in the.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's not real fur, by the way. It's polyester.
Well, good, because I might have. You might have upset a few vegans.
I might have said more than vegans. But
You might have upset me.
yeah, I have a lot of feelings and thoughts about that kind of stuff.
You mean the trading of fur and skin and pelt?
Yeah, but then by the same token, don't forget I run a t-shirt shop, a t-shirt printing shop.
Yeah, of course.
So I have to work.
So basically, expect your next line on
Yeah.
tiger skin.
On tiger skin, yes. No, but I really mean that. I realize that until I can get some stuff in place, I'm kind of a hypocrite because I use 100% cotton t-shirts and I use vinyl as some of my material. Vinyl is non-recyclable and it's made from petroleum. It's a petroleum-based product. So that's like the fake leather stuff. A lot of fake leather is made from petroleum, not the fruit-based leather.
Yeah. There we go. Sorry, I wonder
Anyway,
why my camera was shaking so much, like every time I move my
it's
hand.
nervous to be back on.
No, it's because I hadn't quite locked the camera on top of the screen properly.
Right.
And I think something's causing my monitor to shake as well, so I need to look at that. I don't know.
It could be. But for our viewers, listeners, we're about to get started here. Would you?
Well, give me a moment because I've just run a quick test, so I'm just gonna go and check that
How's 4 minutes sound? Does that sound good?
I shouldn't need 4 minutes, but we'll go with 4 minutes so we can get ourselves mentally and physically prepared for this absolute show.
Yes.
Okay, right, I'll be back in a second.
All right, and I'll talk to our wonderful audience. Yeah, forgive us for being so kind of like halting and slow and everything. It's just trying to get back into it. Oh my goodness. Brent says, should I have oatmeal or a sausage egg McMuffin for breakfast? I would always go oatmeal, but that's because
Oatmeal.
I train. And the McMuffin part of the sausage McMuffin is not good for me. But that's me. It may be excellent for you. I do love sausage and egg, though. Oh my gosh, I do.
Well, for me, it's down to the old screw McDonald's and no, don't eat a McMuffin ever.
Isn't that an English muffin, Pete? Isn't that what they're called? Let's see. It is a healthy version of the sandwich. Not actually from McDonald's. Oh, well, that makes all the difference. Are you using a biscuit or McMuffin?
Biscuit.
Southern version of a biscuit. I should.
I'm fully aware of that.
Yes.
It's just I literally turned voice meter back on, and all I heard was biscuit as the first thing. So I was doing that thing from Fresh Prince. You know, when Jazzy Jeff first comes in and he's like,
yes,
tea, biscuits.
yes. Oh.
Yes, you can tell I've watched a lot of Fresh Prince over the years. Too many times, in fact.
We'll risk it for that biscuit.
Oh, okay. It's not actually from McDonald's. Thank goodness. There you go. Well, then I would choose the McMuffin every time.
We'll see. And low fat. Yeah, low fat cheese is always the way to go.
Blech.
If I know it's not. It depends. It depends, Pete, on who makes it.
I know. Like I have had a couple of low-fat cheeses that are actually okay.
There are some over here, especially that are really good. U.S.
Yeah, but for some of them though, they do taste a bit plasticky, and that's what I don't particularly like about them. Give me a well. I might as well just tell you. I made a burger last night with Rach, and I taught her how to make burgers, like proper burgers as well. And we had extra mature cheddar on it, and it's so good.
I'm banned from cheese. I've banned myself from cheese.
I probably should ban myself from cheese as well, because it's my biggest downfall. That and chocolate.
Yeah, cheese is, it's my biggest one. Oh, yeah, Brent
So
from Lidl.
Why is Brent's text on the chat coming up like sometimes grey and sometimes white?
Oh, it's not on mine?
No.
So I don't know. Oh, yeah.
You see there?
Uh-huh.
Notice it? Might just be my weird... No, it's coming up... It's alright on there for some strange reason. Don't know why.
Huh.
Hey-ho. Whatever.
Nana says, I don't train. My breakfast of choice is soya yogurt, flaxseed, and blueberries. Well, that's very good. That's some energy.
That's pretty good, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm not a big fan of soya yogurt, obviously. It's just,
right.
I know why people enjoy it, though.
Well, it's like, again, I have to stay away from dairy because it's just so high in calories for me, and I'm so addicted to it. And it's
sometimes
also...
you do need a little bit of fat in your diet, obviously, for when you...
Oh, you have to have fat in your diet, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ever let anyone lie to you about that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, it's good for muscle growth and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So, That's what I really liked about the mints I bought yesterday. It's only 5% fat, so
Yeah.
nice and lean. Perfect. It costs a little bit more, obviously, but it's worth it for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, and it depends on what you're doing with it. Sometimes you can mix a 5%er with a, a 15%er.
Yeah, I've done that before as
Yeah.
well. Because you get a little bit of you get most of the flavour from the 5%, but then you get a little bit of little bit of fat in there for just a little bit of extra flavour as well.
Yeah. Let's see. Nana says, yeah, so I have cheese. I don't use dairy products. Yeah, the only thing I take as dairy right now is Onken yogurt because I need it for the probiotics in it.
Mm.
I do skyr and Onken. And I love them.
What? Sorry?
Skyr and Onken.
Yeah, I've never heard of Skyr.
Yeah, even I think Tesco even sells it. It's SKYR.
Yeah. I have seen that. Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you meant ski. I was like, what?
Oh, right.
Yeah, because they've got that one too. I was like, what?
Oh yeah. Well,
all good.
That one's good, and then there's one that's called it's spelled Phage, Fage, but it's pronounced, to my embarrassment, as Faya, and says it right on the tub, and I'm just like at the gym going, oh yeah, I get the 0% Phage, and they're like, do you mean Faya? And I'm like, oh yes, I don't read the things that I eat.
Yeah, it's so weird, isn't it? Sometimes, like, because you hear something you've pronounced it a certain way, and then you hear it, and it just sort of doesn't make a lot of sense to you because you're like, I haven't heard it that way before.
Exactly, I was only reading it. But we might want to get started. But Pete, I will let you direct that when you're ready.
Yeah, I was just seeing if there was anything more that's come in since.
And I am going to shotgun.
Now. Yeah, so oh god, no. Shall we? Let's not shotgun beers, like, because
it's not beer.
I know. I'm taking a minute.
Prosecco, which is like fancy beer.
It's fancy beer. Made in a completely different way, but hey, yeah, all right.
Yeah, and out of completely different.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Brent's just put, have to stop shopping at Walmart now. Not looking forward to that. I agree. We've basically got something similar here with Asda. Mm-hmm. It's owned by the Walmart group, and most of it's trash. The only good thing that they do is they create a pizza counters.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those. Those are really good.
They are good. They are good. That's anytime I go to like a local town here that has an Asda. That's one thing that I will do as like a treat.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've got an Asda here, Pete.
Yeah.
So eventually, Belfast will open up, and everyone will come for a visit.
Yeah, of course. But all I meant is, like, it's not in my town. I have to go a few towns over. It takes me about 25 minutes on a train to get there.
Holy crap!
If I'm in that town, I will go there and get something for dinner that night.
Right.
So that's sort of what I meant by it. It's not like it's just down the road from me, like this big behemoth of a horrible shop that lives in the same town as me. I can actively avoid it if I need to.
I don't think I've even gone into an Asda yet. I think it would bring back too many memories.
What, from working there?
Yeah, I used to work at Walmart.
Okay. Your mic kind of cut out of the first part of that as well, so just it's not the first time it's happened, so just letting you know now. Because I don't want another incident like the Game of the Year show where you're just like, welcome. That blew my ears when I was actually having to edit that, so thanks for that.
Yes, but you and Karen's reaction were like the best ever.
Yeah, it was. I did go back and I was like, yeah, that is kind of funny actually.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
Okay, right. Shall we get this show on the road?
Yes. In 2 seconds, well, it doesn't matter, does it?
What do you mean?
I forgot to put
the background on.
Not the background. Oh, it's Game of the Year. That's not it.
Just seen that literally flash up at the top.
Yeah, that's not it.
The Rapper Reviews radio's got a bit at the top, I guess.
Yeah, I have 2 of them, but Oh wait, maybe. Wait, is this it? Nope.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say, like, it wouldn't even be the first time this week that I would have made the joke about Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit.
Oh my gosh.
So speaking
How
of
do I-
references that come up again, you with Stayed, me with Limp Bizkit.
Yep.
And there's a crossover there somewhere. I wonder where.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, okay. I'm going to start the recording here. So, we're going to start the show in 3.
Welcome to Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast, episode 106. I hope I got that right, Pete. I am your...
Yeah, you
Woohoo!
did.
I am your co-host, Kiley Wild, and I am joined by my ever-present other co-host, Pete Beckett.
Howdy.
Pete, how are you doing now that we're back? 2 weeks off, and I feel like we're on a different planet.
No, the funny thing is, right, I was thinking about this. It's actually 3 weeks since we last recorded, so...
Oh my gosh, is it really?
Obviously, it was the week before Christmas. It just so happened that Christmas worked into a weekend this year, so this is the 3rd week.
Oh my gosh.
That feels weird, doesn't it?
It's very weird.
Yeah.
Very, very strange.
I'm bloody exhausted, I'll be honest. I had a very busy day yesterday.
Tell us why, Pete. Tell us about your week.
Well...
all the places you've been.
I have been on the Never Watchers doing a spoiler cast. I've been on Modern Escapism doing a spoiler cast. And now I'm doing this. I'm on my 3rd podcast in a week after 3 weeks off.
If you fill up your card, do you get a free podcast at the end?
Well, buy 3, get 1 free.
Yeah.
I wish. I really wish. I've got another one coming in a couple of days as well, so it's like 4 in less than 10 days.
Oh, no. I'm trying to arrange it so that I get on one.
Yeah, I know that. I hope that happens for you soon.
Oh, I think it will. Cool. It's all up to me to actually, do things.
Yeah, of course. I had a pretty busy day yesterday as well, doing a lot of personal stuff that I'm not going to divulge here. So you may get an update in the future, potentially, about that. So I won't. Yeah, it was a good day, but busy.
Good. Yeah.
How's your last couple of weeks been without recording? And just generally because of Christmas, New Year?
I don't even know which way's up anymore. Or how to spell my name or anything. It is also big time snowing over here in Belfast. I probably can't speak for all of Northern Ireland, but definitely over here in Belfast. It is snowing and raining, and I learned a new phrase, a new weather term. I mean, maybe I learned it before and I just forgot it, but thunder snow, which to me sounds like a horse you would ride into battle or a spell in D&D, but so thunder snow is like a thunderstorm, except instead of rain, it is snow, and it's an actual legit meteorological term.
I can't say I've ever heard of that before, but I would imagine it's sort of like sleeting rain rather than actual like full-on snow, right?
I don't know. Apparently it is like snowing while it's thundering and lightning.
Yeah, and in most occasions you would usually have rain that accompanies thunder and lightning storms, so I would imagine it is quite like thick sleet rather than proper snow or proper rain.
We had that for about, 5 minutes, but apparently like the northern parts of Scotland and I want to say
northwest England.
Yeah. Got thunder
I'm sure
snow.
northwest and northeast England got a snowstorm of some sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was coming down here because of how freezing cold it was during the nights, the last few nights here. Oh, gosh. Oof.
Well,
funnily enough, I still had my window open on Friday night.
Oh my gosh. That just sounds freezing.
I won't say why.
Fine. Let's see. Brent says, snowing and possibility of power outage. No, thanks. You know what's crazy, though? Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Oh, Actually,
Yeah,
it
go
doesn't
on.
happen in my area. There's a bit of a class divide here. The electricity doesn't go out very much in my area of Belfast.
In the rich area.
No, we won't call it that.
On the manor estate.
But I will say that having said that out loud, I'm kind of feeling guilty because actually they do have power outages quite a bit on the other side of
Yeah, I mean,
the city.
that's very unfortunate. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
For those people who live in that particular area, it does happen. It kind of sucks.
One day.
Which is why Dead Pete always says about the poverty internet over in Northern Ireland.
Oh, goodness. One day I will.
He makes that joke, not me.
Well, yes. One day I will fight the power, not the electricity. But, so we are going to do a kind of a tiny bit different format. Sometimes we like open with the news and then we go to our topic, but our topic's pretty comprehensive today. So
Wouldn't be the first time we've done something like this before, except we're going to do it in a lot less detail this time.
Yes, please. I'm not sure I can hang with it because it's our first day back, and
Of course, yeah, and we've done it before in previous years where we've done 3 episodes dedicated to each of the console platforms, and it got a little intense, let's say. So 1 episode on Sony, 1 on Microsoft, and then 1 on Nintendo. So what we decided to do this time around was to just go, let's group them all together, and let's just cover the first 2 quarters of the year.
Yep.
So basically, this is the winter preview.
I like that.
And then we could come back to it later on in the year and do a summer preview.
Wait, what's Halo's thing called right now? Battle Pass thing? Winter Coalition? What's Halo's thing?
I think it is the Winter Coalition.
Or something like that. I don't know. Somebody correct me.
I mean...
Why can't Karen be here?
You're the resident Halo expert. You should know.
Not with multiplayer. That's Kieran.
Oh, yeah, Mr... God knows what rank he's
the
on.
last time...
I don't even want to think about that.
I'm saying the last time we left off, his rank was like... He was heading not spiraling, but heading for... Barreling straight for the 90s. So... He may be there
on the battle
now.
pass, I'm not sure about his ranked pass because he's probably
right. I keep forgetting ranked is different.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's Onyx. But anyway,
I don't know how they're all separated.
I think it goes bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and then possibly Onyx after that.
I love Onyx. I get a lot of things made that are made from Onyx. It's not that great. Why would they put it over gold?
Don't know. I have no idea.
All right, Pete. Do you want to start us off?
Do you want to start us off with this one?
Yes.
Yes, of course I will. So, I'm wondering how to do this. Shall I just go down this list and basically say everything that's coming out, and then dates, and then we can pick out certain games?
I was going to say, then if there's something we're excited about or something like that, then yeah.
Sure. Okay, so I'll post this in the description for the podcast, obviously when it goes up on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitch VOD, and the audio version, of course. It's coming from Game Informer, and they've got a nice comprehensive list of games that are due to come out. I'll preface this by saying that there's a lot of stuff on here that's been announced with no actual confirmed release date, so we're not really going to cover those in much degree of... God damn it, I can't even think. We're not going to cover them as much.
You probably need to quack that out.
No, never. I do not edit. I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, this has always been the goal that we've always had from the very beginning. I want this to feel natural, like a conversation a normal bunch of people down at the pub would have, minus the drinking, except in your case.
Yes, and I'll try not to burp in the microphone.
Please don't, because that doesn't make for good listening. Let me tell you that. So, right, we're going to start off in the beginning of the year, as you do, in January. So, going down this list. This has already technically started because the first game was released on January 4th, which was Deep Rock Galactic, which is coming to PS4 and PS5. You've got Monster Hunter Rise coming on PC on January
Mm-hmm.
12th. Astroneer coming to the Switch on January 13th. Then you've got God of War coming to PC on January 14th. Expect massive amounts of mods for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Man Remastered coming to the Switch on January 17th. Nobody Saves the World, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One and PC on January 18th. River City Girls coming to the PS5 on January 18th. Paparazzi, that's a clever name. I'd imagine it's a dog-based game.
Mm-hmm.
Which is coming to Xbox Series X, S, PC, and Xbox One on January 20th. Rainbow Six Extraction, which is coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, Stadia, PC, and Game Pass on January 20th. That was only announced a couple of days ago, so we will get into that in a little bit, I reckon, because that might cause some controversy.
Yep.
Windjammers 2, which is coming to PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, Stadia, and PC on January 20th.
Oh my gosh. Stadia?
What? Yeah, it's not the first time I've said Stadia, because Rainbow Six Extraction was also coming to Stadia.
Yeah, I guess so.
I know. Weird, right? Baby Storm for Switch coming on January 21st.
That sounds terrifying.
Oh, it does. Circuit Superstars coming to PS4 on January 27th. I'd imagine there'd be a PS5 version with the back pat. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection coming to PS5 and PC January 28th. And on the same day, nobody's going to care about Uncharted, really, unless you're a PS4 or PS5 diehard. Because Pokemon Legends Arceus, or Arceus, whatever you want to... I know, I've said Arceus just to make you giggle. It's coming January 28th as well. So,
I can't wait for Arceus.
too much arse, not enough
Us.
ears.
Too much arse, not enough us.
We've had some already. Let's call this show that. We're done. Joke's been made. We can finish. Anyway,
Yes.
any games on this list that you want to pick out and particularly discuss?
No, because Extraction is top of the list for me. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see it, and every time I go to talk about it with someone, I want to say, Rainbow Six, Erection. That's just not right. That's not the right word.
Arse and erection, and they need to say first couple of minutes.
Hey, we're back! Woo!
Good work.
But it's
Excellent
true. But I am looking forward to it. How different is it going to be? It's not.
It will be. It is kind of a different premise to the normal Rainbow Six
premise or playstyle?
With the fact that it's PvE rather than PvP.
Yeah, that is weird, to be fair. But, you could do it with bots before,
Yeah, I'm sure in Vegas you could do Vegas and Vegas 2. You could do something similar like that, couldn't you? But that was... It wasn't solely focused on multiplayer, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a single player in Vegas.
I'm pretty sure. I can't remember that far back.
No, you've drunk a few times since then.
Just a couple. Just a little.
Yeah. And so have I.
I know, it's hard to believe how old that game is, for real.
It's also hard to believe that I used to drink once.
And that too. Yeah.
I know. Oof.
Brent says Vegas had campaigns.
Yeah, I thought so.
I just remember having one bot that I always wanted to keep alive, and I always kept killing him. It was like Garcia or Gomez or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
He always had my back, and I always ended up getting him killed.
Yeah, sounds about right. The one that you want to survive never survives.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, and co-op terrorist hunts. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah,
that
I remember the terrorist hunts. They were fun.
Mm-hmm.
They were good fun. Reading this list has made me a bit curious about Baby Storm.
That is terrifying.
Name aside, of course. So I'm now going to try and find out what this is.
Oh.
Carry on. Any other games that you want to know?
I can't think right quick off the top of my head because I'm full of alcohol.
This comment above.
Brent says he got to play
Oh,
the training mode of Extraction due to a glitch. Now, this connected, Brent, to the other day when you said that it was available for download, and then you were like, "Oh, they already closed it," or something
yeah,
like
I
that.
think that's probably something to do with it. But he also did say that Nobody Saves the World is also coming to Game Pass. So,
Oh, right.
Game Pass Brent strikes again.
Yes.
Thank you. That's really appreciated, honestly.
Yup.
Where would
Um,
we be without?
we would be lost and alone and afraid, Pete, without Brent. Um,
I'm not liking the image to this baby storm. It's a bit weird.
See, it's already a
It's sort of,
terrifying name. Try to describe
it's
it for
sort
our
of
viewers at home or our listeners
well,
at home.
imagine the aesthetic of Fall Guys, just with
Right?
creepy looking
Beans?
babies.
Bean babies? Do they have arms?
Yeah, they have very, very small, thin arms. It's 1 to 4 players on the Switch as well, and it's developed by a company called Baby Corp.
Why?
Yeah, I know it's weird.
Whatever happened about party animals?
I think it's probably going to come this year at some point, but it's not got a solid release date yet. So
I'm looking forward to
yeah, I
that
don't
one.
think we can really discuss it this year, or at the moment until
Oh,
we've got a bit more clarification on its release date.
I've got to stop drinking. Let's see. Last glass.
Yeah, so Brent put if you started downloading Extraction and played it when it hit the playable mark, you could then you then got access to training. That's pretty cool,
Well,
actually. Like,
what was your very quick initial impressions then? Especially
yeah,
compared to, well, I can't think of any training modes that would compare to it.
maybe
Brent
Halo
said it's hard.
Infinite's like
Well, I was thinking Halo
its
Infinite, but
training thing.
there's no squad or anything. But anyway, Brent says it's hard, so that's actually good. That bodes
Okay,
well.
that does bode well, but unfortunately, it's going to be a game I'm not playing, even though I was
Oh
mildly
yes,
interested in playing it.
We were talking this the other day, weren't we?
Yes, we were, because Ubisoft are a terrible company. I've made the decision to not support them anymore. Same with EA, I did a few years ago, and we'll be doing the same with Activision Blizzard this year. So, yes, as much as I want to play it, I'm going to stop myself from playing it because even a download on Game Pass uh, will get to them somehow.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Look, we all gotta have our things, and that's Pete's thing.
I'm trying to be principled. I know it doesn't help developers, but my thought is that the money will always go to the top regardless anyway.
And I'm a nihilist, so it doesn't matter.
Mm. Is there any other games on this that stands out to you that you want to discuss quickly?
There was one, but I forgot the name of it already. So
Okay.
I don't remember. But they really don't stand out. But I think it's because no one's going to compete with Arceus.
Mm.
Because you'd be stupid to be honest. I mean, if we're being very honest here. And I think there's a very, very strategic reason why Extraction's not coming out in February as we move on to February. And I think
Yeah, I think that's the reason.
Yeah, I think people will figure that out quite quickly. So
yeah, we'll let them know very soon enough.
Yes, I'm excited to talk about February, Pete.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I'm really sure you are. So, obviously, I'm not going to pick out Pokemon Legends because we all know it's Pokemon, and
Yeah.
it's obviously the first real attempt that they're going for an open world sort of game. So, we'll see how it works. I'm still not 100% confident on it, despite the newest Japanese trailer actually looking a lot better.
Right.
I think I might have to wait and see a couple of reviews on it first.
I think that's understandable.
The one I am excited about because I quite like the first game and it sort of became a little bit of a darling in the fighting game community was Windjammers.
Mm-hmm.
So Windjammers 2 I'm quite excited about, and I think it is coming to Game Pass, possibly. If it is, then I'm absolutely there with day one. If it's not, then I might look into it and see what the netcode's like. If it's half decent and there are people playing it, I'll probably pick it up. I think the one that's going to cause the most amount of interest for the moment, obviously apart from Legends, is probably God of War coming to PC because of that mod support.
Yeah. That'll be
Interested
fun
to see.
seeing My Little Pony up against, like, something else that people mod. I couldn't think of anything.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be some absolutely baffling choices in terms of mods for this one.
It's
You
gonna
know,
be so
there's
good.
you know full well that someone's going to put the Thomas the Tank Engine
I was gonna
in there.
say they need to put Thomas the Tank Engine, or then we need to make Kratos Mr. X. Imagine that.
Oh no, please don't.
That would be so good.
It would be weird, but it would be interesting as well.
Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be good.
I am a little bit weird. I'm a little bit estranged, or a bit middling on the fact that Uncharted Legacy of Thebes is coming. I can understand why it's coming to PC.
Well, it's also
PS5.
Well,
Then,
why?
Legacy of Thieves will include Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy.
Right.
And they were PS4 games.
Right. So why are you...
They're already on the PS Plus collection.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And they're basically just getting an up-res for full price. It's so baffling a choice from them. But this is the same company that are remastering an 8-year-old game, or remaking an 8-year-old game. It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's true. But honestly, I think that's more, and I could be wrong. I'm open-minded, but I think that's more to kind of coincide with the movie and get it in people's heads so that they'll go see the movie.
It is, because even in the trailer, like for the movie, they actually had a small little thing at the end to say about the Legacy of Thieves collection coming.
Yep. So to me,
it feels like cash grab to me.
Yeah, or advertising, that type of thing, PR, all that good stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Advertisement. Yeah. Anyway, let us move on, because we've got. Oh God, this is February. There's a lot.
I know.
So, we start out of the month with the Life is Strange Remastered Collection. This was originally supposed to come last year, but was delayed. I actually don't know the reason why. Probably optimization. But it's coming to PS5, Series X, S, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Which is surprising, because there's no Stadia release there for that one.
Is it surprising?
Thought there was supposed to be one. Unless it is already out on Stadia.
Maybe.
Who knows? Anyway, The Waylanders coming to PC on February 2nd. Did I say February 1st for Life is Strange?
I can't remember. Yeah.
Anyway, February 1st for that. Waylanders, PC, February 2nd. I want to talk about this one a little bit more because of this tweet storm that happened the other day as a result of this, but Dying Light 2 Stay Human, which is coming to PS5, Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. I think the Switch version is a cloud-based version, so just bear that in mind if that is something you are wanting to purchase on the Switch. We've got Ollie Ollie World, which is coming to PS5, Series X and S, Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and PC. Game looks interesting, but we'll discuss that in a bit more detail. Sifu, which is coming February 8th. Ollie Ollie World is February 8th as well. And this is for PS4, PS5, and PC. Crossfire X coming to Series X and S and Xbox One on February the 10th. Edge of Eternity coming to PS5, PS4, Series X and S, Xbox One on February 10th. No by Heart, PC on February 10th. Lost Ark on PC, February 11th. I'm surprised this series is still going. Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires, which is coming to PS4, PS5, Series X, S, Xbox One, Switch, Stadia, and PC, February 15th. Rumbleverse, which is coming to PS5, PS4, Series X, Series S, Xbox One, and PC on February 15th. We can ignore that game because no one cares.
I was gonna say you're looking forward to that one, Pete.
No, nobody cares about that one. Based on the conversation I had with you and Kieran the other day, no one gives a rat's ass about that one. So, Total War Warhammer 3 coming to PC for February 17th, which I know somebody has already possibly got that preloaded.
I was gonna say that's what Kieran's looking forward to.
Yes, I was alluding to that. Horizon Forbidden West, which is coming to PS4, PS5 on February 18th. Nobody cares about that game coming on February 22nd, so we'll move on. Monarch, which is coming to PS4, PS5,
So
Switch, and
mean.
PC on February 22nd.
So
Edge of Eternity coming to Switch on February 23rd. Marvel. I know.
You know,
I
it
did
just
it for
means
me. I had to do it for you. All right.
just means I'm gonna talk about it a bunch here in a second. But go ahead.
No, I'm doing it anyway. Just bear with me. It was all part of a bit. All right. Martha is Dead, which is coming PS5, Series X, S, PS4,
Which
Xbox
I'm curious
One, and
about. I
PC.
am curious about.
I'm a little bit. That's
Yeah.
February 24th for that one. Nobody cares about that game, so we'll move on. Grid Legends, which is coming PS5, Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, PC, February 25th. I say the game that nobody cares about, everybody's going to care about, including George R.R. Martin fans, which is Elden Ring, PS4,
Yeah.
PS5, Xbox One, Series X, S, and PC, February 25th. And the two games that I alluded to that we're both excited. Well, one of us is excited about one, the other. King of Fighters 15,
Yeah.
which is coming PS5, PS4, Series X, Series S, and PC on February 17th. And Destiny 2, The Witch Queen, PS5, PS4, Series X, Series S, Xbox One, Stadia, and PC, February 22nd. So, Kylie, do you want to spend the next 25 minutes talking about Destiny, The Witch Queen? I'm going to go and make a tea.
I was gonna let you do King of Fighters first.
No, you crack on.
Was there a band or something? For some reason, I want to call it King of Fish, and I don't know why. So, that's a thing.
No, I'm sure. No, there was a ska band called Real Big Fish.
Oh, that's true. I don't know why I want to call it King of Fish. KOF. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, yes. The Witch Queen. Maybe. Nana says maybe it's a Noctis thing, King of Fishing. But, what were we talking about? Oh, the Witch Queen. Yes. So.
Why do you need a reminder of what we're talking about? It's all you talk about.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's true. Not gonna lie. I'm very looking forward to that. Now, I really could go into a whole lot, and I'm not. I promise I'm not. But people be tripping, yo, over on Twitter, and they're, like, bashing Bungie and stuff. Yeah. And I know I'm a Bungie fangirl, and I avoided Destiny for that reason for many years. Until Kieran said, hey, you really, really should try it. And then he was right. Mm-hmm. But I knew, like, I already knew. The minute I played, I was going to be addicted. And I am.
You've always said that to me before. Like, oh, yeah. I feel like Bungie have betrayed Halo, but I know full well if I play Destiny, I'll get hooked.
Yeah. And I did.
Maybe because you were expecting and wanting to be hooked by it.
I mean, I'm sure that contributed. But then Bungie,
I'm sure it probably did.
They're just really good. They're really good at telling stories and stuff. And they made me, like, care about this character that I hated. And, you know, that's, like, important. And...
Oh, yeah.
But this is... honestly, I will say this, and just to keep myself from going crazy and talking forever. I really do feel like Destiny's model... or Destiny 2's model, is the future of gaming. Not all games, obviously, but I think there's a lot of them that are going to be going in that direction. Because Destiny's been, 6 years around?
2014 was the original Destiny release, wasn't it?
I think so. We had this discussion before, and Kieran was right.
I think Kieran was right, and it was 2014, and I thought it was 2012. So
something like that,
It was definitely 2014.
Okay, so 6 years? 7 years? It doesn't matter. We'll say 6 years. They've had the same game going, and we're all still playing it. And excitedly looking forward to this next, release season type thing.
Well, expansion. In this respect.
Yeah. Whatever words you want to use to fill in there. And I think that is a testament to... I think it's just an outright testament to Bungie. And I think that a lot of upcoming games studios are going to be trying to emulate that track. I don't think they'll be able to, but that's my own bias. And yes, I am like way excited for Season of the Witch, like way excited. Or Witch Queen or whatever. Because there's a lot of mystery there to unravel, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
New weapons and stuff, and new shaders. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I think the story content and new dungeons, new raids, and stuff like that will be good for the Destiny players who may feel like they're getting kind of bored with some of the raids that are now available. They may not. I don't know. I'm not really into playing Destiny that much these days.
I was gonna say, I think if I had friends, I would probably be bored of it. But I still haven't even played some of the dungeons yet. But that's because I don't have anybody to play with me. I'm too chicken to play with people in the forums. Yes, sure. Brent, I see what he said. Warframe turns 9 this year.
There's the obligatory Warframe post.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brent.
I will throw Warframe in there, and that they know how to keep a game going as well.
Yeah, agreed. You don't have kind of an indie game carry on this long unless you're Warframe or Terraria.
Terraria, that's another one, yeah.
Yeah, I'll always sing the praises of Terraria and its ridiculous updates.
You should watch Call Me Kevin's Terraria video he recently did, Pete.
Send me the link. I'll give it a watch, but I can guarantee I'm not going to enjoy it that much.
You will. He challenged himself to, like... I don't remember. You're going to love it. I will send you the link. But, Pete, tell us about King of Fish.
I will talk about King of Fighters, not King of Fish, because I don't even know what a King of Fish is. Weirdly enough, right, this game had a beta test, I think, last year.
Right.
I forgot all about it. I'm really disappointed in myself for forgetting all about it. I mean, I've got a PS5 now, so it means that, I'm probably going to get a better version of this.
Right.
I could play it on series consoles, but
right.
When I've got to spend extra money to get my fight stick, capable to play on series, then I might as well just play it on PS5.
Of course.
So, I play fighting games. I spent many hours trying to learn how to play on a stick for this such a reason.
Did you, Pete? Did you learn your stick?
I never did. Yeah, so I'm interested enough about this game because of the roster and the mechanics. It's always been the case with a King of Fighters game, how good the rosters usually are.
Right.
They handle really well, and the music is usually fantastic. I'm a bit concerned, potentially based around the fact that the beta test, the netcode wasn't fantastic for some people, so it's got me mildly concerned. But I think if you've had about 4 months of optimizing, you may get it right. But the netcode has not usually been that great on King of Fighters games, which is a bit unfortunate. So,
right. Which seems weird because it seems like it would be a very important aspect.
Oh yeah, but you would say the same thing about Street Fighter, and
yes.
They still can't get their netcode right at all as well, which is
right.
really strange. So I think it's because they're trying to build their own in-house net codes,
right?
And they're not exactly well done. They're not particularly knowledgeable in that particular field, whereas if you were to put GGPO or something like that on there, which is a really solid rollback netcode system,
right.
I think it would work for them. But it's whether or not the licensing for it works, and how much licensing costs for it is, and how it works with 2.5D fighting games rather than just 2D sprites.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so right.
I have to have a look into that and see what why they don't use GGPO as much, but I don't know. But the game actually I'm more excited about is Sifu, the one coming to PS5 and PS4. I think this game looks really cool.
I actually think that's going to be a very, very big game in February.
Yeah, I see a few people talking about it already with they're sort of I'm a bit more on the interested side with that one. A martial arts game where your character ages every time you die. I think that's a cool idea.
I too. But it does seem like somebody... Oh, it's Fable. Isn't it Fable that does that?
I don't...
It's like Fable 2 or 3.
Does it?
I think so. Somebody
I
correct
don't
us. Correct me.
I don't recall if it was in the first game, and that was the one that I played the most of.
Oh, right. I don't think it was in the first game. I'm not sure. But, yeah, every time you die, you'd get older and older. But I still like
Okay.
that. I still like that concept. And again, I could have it completely wrong, so please correct me. But I think that's gonna be a big game, and I gotta say though something about Elden Ring right quick. If you're ready to talk about Elden Ring,
Of course.
um,
Me.
so somebody was doing like a snarky thing, but it actually kind of opened my eyes even more. I mean, let's be honest, I'm not interested in Elden Ring anyway. I don't like Souls games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Brent says you got scars from dying in Fable 3, so that could be what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, okay, that
Makes a. Yeah, I'm sure that was a mechanic that was already in the first game as
I
well.
can't remember. God,
Yeah,
I still love Fable.
I do know that it was one of the very first games that I played. I know it wasn't the first game that had a really in-depth morality system.
Oh yeah, that's because Molino thought that he's gonna
Yeah, I
change the
think
world.
I know, but I think that came from Black and White, and Black and White was a Molyneux game as well.
Oh yes, yeah, it's a very good game too. What was I saying? Oh, Elden Ring. That's what I was talking about. So, I'm not looking forward to it anyway because I don't like the Souls games. And no, it's not because they're too hard. Blah blah blah. It's because I don't really glom onto the lore or the storyline. Like I really tried with Blood, whatchamadoodle.
On.
Is it Bloodborne? Is that what it's called? Um,
Yeah.
it lost me with the story because it had like fetuses and eating things and
Yep.
mother plants at the end. It was very confusing. Probably due to being Japanese. I don't know. So Elden Ring, someone was doing a kind of snarky thing like, oh, the graphics aren't better in Elden Ring than they are in Dark Souls or whatever. But the comparisons that they did side by side, I didn't care about the graphics quality. That wasn't what I was looking at. It was almost the same exact gameplay, same exact character design, same exact environments. And I was like, it's literally not there. It's literally a Souls game. Like they're not even hiding it. It's just 100% a Souls game, and that's their audience, and they don't care, you know.
Yeah.
And there's just nothing new or innovative there. And I love George R. Martin and what's his face? Is it Miyazaki? Thank you. I
mean, you got there in the end yourself, to be fair.
But I do love both of their works very much, especially on a creative level. That's stunning. But Brent's trying to distract me in the chat.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you mean with that acronym.
Well, I live in Northern Ireland where they filmed Game of Thrones. But no, that is very cool, Brent. Brent says, I met GRRM once. But I'm just not on board with this game. It's bringing now. I was very excited when they announced it, and you can go back and listen to past episodes, and you can tell I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'm not. There's just nothing. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
No, I understand that. Like, as someone who's not a Soulsborne fan himself,
Just not. Yeah.
you know, those series of games. I know they're different games, kind of, but you know, the general gameplay itself is very much Souls games. You know, if you've played one, you've played them all, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. I
have
no problem
I
with
agree with you.
I have no problem with the difficulty. If games want to be hard, they can be hard. I get that.
Absolutely.
It's just I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's a game for me. I've played one of the Dark Souls for not long, and it didn't gel with me straight away. But I can understand why people love them. And in terms of like story side of things, it's not my ideal way of story. So, and if I was to play a game like that, I'd probably want to see a lot more story. And the way they do it is just not the way I like it. So,
play Dragon Age instead.
Well, yeah, it's sort of the way that they do it is sort of like background, so you have to go looking for it, and yeah, okay, that's kind of cool. Like for those people who like that sort of thing, I would just rather have a story.
Yeah.
But I can understand why people were excited about this. The network tests that they did back end of last year. Set tongues are wagging for those Souls fans. They said it was fantastic. It's like playing a Souls game
Yeah.
again
Well, see,
in an open world.
well,
So
see, I want to say, and I know Pete, you probably share the same exact sentiment, but it's like I'm very happy for the Souls fans. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm glad they're getting a new game and a game that is familiar territory and everything they love. It doesn't do it for me, but that doesn't diminish the fact that I'm very happy for them. You know.
oh yeah, 100%. Those
Yeah.
FromSoft fans are going
Oh
to be
yeah.
in for a real treat when that game comes
They
out. I
all
reckon.
seem very excited. So
Yes. So,
I think that's
but
great.
yeah, I think we'll move on away from the old stacked February and move on to the mildly less stacked, but still kind of stacked March.
Sure.
So we start out the month by going into LX2, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, which is PS4, PS5, Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC, March 1st. Also on March 1st. Interesting. I know Kieran did say this to us the other day in our chat. Pathfinder Wrath of the
Oh,
Righteous,
right.
PS4 and Xbox One on March 1st. I quite like the tabletop role-playing game for Pathfinder, so this might be interesting.
So does
Anyway.
Brent, if I remember correctly. So
I think so. Brent, clarify in the chat if that was true. Phone again, stupid idiot.
no. Wait.
Next we
Let's
have-
clarify that because all that came through in the mic was "you stupid idiot," but you were calling yourself that because you dropped your phone.
Yeah, I dropped my
Okay.
phone.
Okay.
That's why I haven't reached out. I've got the chat open and like I haven't got a case on my phone anymore, so it just keeps sliding. Don't.
Oh goodness! I know I'm being good.
Yeah, Brent put, oh yeah, Pathfinder for the win. I was a venture captain.
That's
Nice.
what I
Very
thought. Okay, I thought I remembered you saying that.
good. Mm-hmm.
So
Right, next up on March 3rd, we have Babylon's Fall for PS5, PS4, and PC. Don't remember this game. Babylon's
I definitely don't. I don't know.
Hold on. Gonna find out.
Okay.
Oh, it's the Platinum Games. Yeah, okay.
So that means it's an old game, right?
No, it's a new game. It's
Oh.
being developed by Platinum Games.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have
Right.
clarified that one. Then, wow, busy couple of first days for Sony on that one, because Babylon's Fall, March 3rd on PS4, PS5, and PC.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gran Turismo 7 on PS4, PS5.
That's gonna
March
be
4th.
their big one.
Yep, but they have got some pretty big competition on March 4th in terms of a Switch game being released
All right.
by Square Enix, which is Triangle Strategy.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Terrible name
The
aside.
terrible named game.
Gorgeous.
It does
Looks
look
so-
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the game that's it's a tactics RPG, basically like Final Fantasy Tactics in the HD 2D engine. I'm pretty sure Nana's probably quite interested in that one.
I would think so.
I'm interested in that one because I do like strategy RPGs. They're quite good.
Right.
So
Um,
next we have Spellforce 3 Reforged for PS4, PS5, Series X and S, and Xbox One on March 8th. We've got Chocobo GP coming to the Switch on March 10th. That was the kart racer game from Square Enix.
which I am happy to look into. It might be fun. You never know. You
Okay.
Never know.
Yeah, I froze for a moment because I didn't know if you were saying anything. Couldn't quite pick you up. But
no.
yeah. Nano's good. Yeah, that does look really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We then have Phantom Breaker Omnia on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on March 15th.
Right.
Tunic coming to Series X and SP, Xbox One, and PC on March 16th. Next, we have Persona 4 Arena Ultimax
Goodness.
for PS4, Switch, and PC. We'll get to that in a bit because that's a re-release.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Technically. We then have the game where you kill Chaos, Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin for PS5, PS4, Series X and S, Xbox One and PC on March 18th. Rune Factory 5 for Switch, March 22nd. Nobody cares about that. Moving on. Starship Troopers Terran Command for PC on March 31st.
Oh, I can't believe
and
that's a
Weird
thing.
West PS5, PS4, Series X and S, Xbox One, PC on March 31st. And yes, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, PS5, PS4, Series X, Series S, Xbox One, and PC, March 25th.
No.
Do not care about this game.
Just because they turned me into a video game character, that doesn't mean you have to hate it, Pete.
No, because I'd rather play a tabletop RPG than playing Borderlands in role-playing games.
I'm actually, like, I was hesitant at first because I didn't know how they were going to do it. And then I watched their latest trailer, which I think has actual gameplay in it, or it's rendered gameplay. I'm not sure. Okay. And I'm on board. I want to play it. I want to play it, Pete.
Okay, fair enough. Like, I know, well, but that's because you're more of you're a previous Borderlands fan, whereas I didn't really get into Borderlands at all.
Borderlands 3 is crap. Borderlands 1 is, it's good, it's okay. Borderlands 2 is really good.
Yeah, but then you don't like the best Borderlands game, which is Tales from the Borderlands, so...
It's not that I don't like it, it's just not the same.
Well, that's the point! It actually had a story in it, and it wasn't written by a moron.
I like the writing in 2.
I apologize.
Plus the guy that... What?
I'm not going to say that because I know Randy Pitchford wasn't exactly
wasn't.
involved in the creation
not in
of
the writing.
Game. But yeah, he greenlit a lot of stuff with that game.
He did. But I have to say, the guy that did Handsome Jack's voice, which I think is like the only game he's voiced, I'm not sure, or something like that.
No idea.
He improvised most of his stuff, and it ended up in the game and like becoming actual gameplay, and I love that. Like, if Ryan Reynolds wasn't Deadpool, but he totally is, and I love him, it would be this guy. And if there is ever a movie of Borderlands, it should be Ryan Reynolds. There's a movie of Borderlands? Oh, you mean coming out?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was showed at E3, and that's where we got the meme of Randy Pitchford being really weird to Kevin Hart.
Yeah, that's true. I did forget that. Well, they need Ryan Reynolds to be Handsome Jack.
Not happening, I don't think.
It's not, but it should.
Yeah. Just going back into the chat, Nana put Strangers of Paradise looks really good, but also seems it's going to be really funny in places, which is exactly why I made the meme of we got to go and kill chaos, because that is utterly hilarious.
Yes.
It is like the most Western Final Fantasy that they'll have for a while, and it just...
I think it's weird on purpose. Like, I think it's meant to be funny. I hope.
I don't know if it is. I think this is supposed to be...
There's a debate.
Like, I think it's supposed to be serious, but if they lean into this being like actually supposed to be humorous, then it will work really well.
I'm on board. I'm on board if it's supposed to be like that other game. What was that other game with the guy? It was a Japanese game, and he was a detective, and it was weird, and everyone makes fun of it. Come on, chat, help me out.
Is that... Oh, I think I know what you mean. It came out on Switch a couple of years ago.
Yes, that's right. And it was a big deal about it coming to Switch.
There was the second one came out a couple of years ago.
Not that one, Nana.
Deadly
Premonitions.
Yeah,
that one, Nana.
Thank you, Nana. Yeah.
See, Deadly Premonitions, I don't know that it started out to be funny and campy.
But it went full.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that Stranger of Paradise... Is it Strangers or Stranger? Because there is a comic book in the 90s called Strangers of Paradise about lesbians, and I keep getting it confused in my head.
Yeah.
It's a good comic
Stranger book. Of Paradise.
Stranger of
Strangers.
Paradise. Okay.
Yeah.
Strangers of Paradise is a good comic book. Very 90s.
Oh, okay. I'll have to give that a look at some point in the future.
Yeah. But
just going back to the chat again, Brent put Weird West is Game Pass. Just buy the prequel for $10. Available now.
I still haven't played the prequel.
Nana put, no, the most Western Final Fantasy will be Forspoken.
Oh my gosh, Forspoken. I'm so divided about that. Is that on our list? Is it in the first half?
I don't know. We'll get to that in a bit.
Okay.
Anyway.
I think it's not. I think it's in the second half.
Deadly Premonitions was based on Twin Peaks, so that's probably why.
Oh, that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. And he also put that it's being not to do with
Deadly Premonition, but I think Stranger of Paradise is being written by a Hollywood writer.
Or
Oh,
Borderlands.
it might be Forspoken that is as well. So
Well,
please clarify that, Nana, because I can't work that one out.
probably Borderlands.
Well, Borderlands would be written by a Hollywood writer because it's a Hollywood movie. I guess. I don't know. Anyway, any others you want to bring up?
I don't think so.
Okay, let's move on then.
Yes.
I'm going to bring one up. Persona 4 Arena
Oh,
Ultimate.
yeah. That's weird that they're doing that. Isn't it?
No, this is based on the fact that Persona 4 Golden actually got a re-release on PC and did surprisingly very well. And for some reason, Atlas didn't realize it was going to sell really well.
That's always weird to me when they're surprised that, Japanese games sell really well over here. It's like, well,
I know.
yeah.
But I'm highlighting this because Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is an excellent fighting game, and more people should play it when it's released.
Oh, yes.
Go do so. Moving on to April. April is a slim month.
Yeah.
So we have on April 12th on the Switch 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. Don't. And then we have Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl.
Yes.
Coming to Series X and S and PC on April 28th.
I'm looking forward to that one. I am not going to lie. But we can talk about it more in a bit, but yeah.
Yeah. Nana clarified, said Forspoken is Stranger of Paradise's Nojima. It will become less slim when everything gets delayed again.
That's a good point, actually.
And remember, Stalker 2, according to Brent, is coming to Game Pass.
Yes, it's true.
Thanks, Brent. Game Pass Brent strikes again. for the 15th time this episode. Yeah, so that's fair. Anyway, yeah, I know you're excited about Stalker 2, so let's talk about Stalker 2.
I am looking forward to this, although I do have one reservation. I forget what they said. This is going off of memory. But when they showed, like, budget Chris Redfield or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently I saw something later that said that they want to make, like, the experience extremely customizable. And he's supposed to change throughout the story. As it, molds around you and stuff like that. I'm not real sure about that, how that's going to work. But it looks good, and it's set in Chernobyl, which, I know lots of games are set in Chernobyl, but I don't know. I don't ever mind dipping my toe back in that radioactive environment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I can understand that, really, so...
It'll be fun, I think.
I mean, if it's on, it's one of those things that, because it's on Game Pass, great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will download it and give it a try. I never played the original Stalker. Is it on Game Pass?
I used to own it, so it's hard for me to say if it's on Game Pass or not.
I'm now just going to abbreviate this to GPB. He will strike.
Game Pass Brent. Game Pass Bueno.
Game Pass Bueno. Yeah, that's now the acronym. That's what you're sticking with now. Sorry, Brent. Yeah, I mean, if it is on Game Pass, I'll probably play the first one for a bit just to sort of have a look. Unfortunately, no. Cheap on Golgotha apparently, but yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, there's a problem with that. PC don't run crap, so
Well, you're getting a new one. Eventually.
I'm hoping so. But
I'm supposed to put a new... Get this, listeners and watchers and viewers.
Mm-hmm.
I have a new graphics card. Not new, because that's how I keep my money, is I don't buy the top of the line when it comes out. I wait. Apparently I waited too long, because the card that came out after the one I just bought just dropped to, what'd you say, 250, Pete?
No, there was a new card. That was announced the other day at GDC. What new series of cards from both Nvidia and AMD?
AMD, yeah.
But the budget one that they've released for Nvidia is the 3050.
Just better.
And that's now $249.
Which I couldn't believe when Pete said that, because I literally just bought one for about that price.
I I know, and
So,
funnily enough, right, I was browsing the local CEX and saw an i7 processor in there for quite cheap,
oh
and was
yes.
very much contemplating buying it, but I
Hmm.
was like, no, if I haven't got everything else sorted, I'd much rather buy it new, if I'm honest.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
buying new at all.
Yeah, so I'll probably just pre-build a computer. Once the 3050s are out, the pre-builds might actually work better for that. So
Yeah.
I think so long as it's an i7 minimum
Yes.
and a 3050, then
Yeah.
great. I'll probably stick with that. The SSD might not be like massive. Don't care about that. So long as it's
No.
got HDD in it, I won't mind too
Yeah.
much because I've got a portable SSD. It doesn't bother me that much. If I want
No.
to
It's just
preload games
loading.
onto there, then
Yeah.
great.
It just yeah.
Yeah, just as long as the read speed and the write speed on it are actually decent enough. I think they are because I think that's the reason why I bought it. But we'll see. It was the
Right.
one you recommended to me in the first place, anyway.
Yes. Which is
So
good.
yeah. If you want, yeah, that's where I go for my tech stuff because you're actually quite good at that. Like you know
Well,
your stuff.
it's not even a thing of being good. It's just that I mean that's what my life revolves around because I mean in order to run my printing presses, I have to have an up to date computer.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So just by association, I've learned that much, and then of course wanting to game on top of it. So not that you should
Yeah,
combine your work and gaming computer, but sometimes I do.
please never do because that's why you have crashes.
It's true. That is exactly the truth why I have crashes. I get a lot
Yes.
of bottleneck because I didn't build this one good for both. But that doesn't
No.
matter. Let's move on to May, a very special month.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to May, and this is the last month we're actually gonna cover
Yay!
because yeah, everything. It's a bit
Plus, I'm
weird
getting
this year so
tired.
far. Yeah.
I know there's
Um.
not that many. It seems like.
No, I'm literally gonna. I don't know. Let's. I mean, games are very slim on the rest of the list, so we might as well just cover the rest of it.
I
The
don't
rest of
think
the
we
year
should
of the
do
actual
that.
confirmed list of
I
games.
don't think we should do
You
that.
you don't, or we do?
I don't because we did that
Okay.
the other day and it was a long time.
No, I meant like the confirmed actual release dates.
What do you mean?
Well, if you look on the article that we've got from Game Informer, there's only 1, 2, 3 more games
Oh.
across the rest of the year that we know about release
Oh, okay.
dates.
Well, we can mention those. And
Okay,
Brent does say Paparazzi is on Game Pass.
brilliant,
I
excellent.
am intrigued. I can't lie. Is
Yeah,
it
I was
like
a bit more.
Pokemon Snap but puppies? I could get on board with that.
Yeah, okay, I can get that too.
But anyway,
Anyway,
continue
May.
on.
Let's move to May, where on May the 19th, coming to PS5, Series X, Series S, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song.
Yeah.
Okay. Sons of Forest coming to PC on May 20th, and then there it is, Forspoken, PS5 and PC, May 24th.
I gotta say, Forspoken's the dumbest name since Returnal.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is, 100%. But the graphics look amazing, and I think it might actually be exploring the PS5's full capabilities. Capabilities. Which I think is actually very, very good, and maybe will set the stage for some really innovative games coming up. But I'm still hate the name of it.
Yeah, this dumb name. Dumb name. I'm to say I'm interested is an overstatement.
Right.
I think the game looks stunning, like graphically, and we did
Right.
say that when we were watching
Yes.
the announcement trailer for it. I think,
Right.
but that I've gone back and watched the trailer, and my goodness, the dialogue is
Ugh.
so cringeworthy.
It's
It's
very
so
bad.
appalling.
It's
I
pretty bad.
I don't get it. Like this just it's like it's trying to appeal to like Gen Zers or something. I don't know, and it's just like I think the gameplay loop will be fun to it, but if I've got to sit through a 25, 30-hour game with that absolute cringe nonsense, like, then I'm just gonna throw it out the window, to be honest. I don't know. And considering what's happening this year, like generally around my personal life, I've got to be a bit more selective about what games I want to play. And this might be one that sits on the chopping block because it's going to be a 70 quid game.
Right.
And if it might be the one that I go, I'm going to have to wait for reviews on this one, or I might wait for a drop.
Right.
I don't know.
I think you're wise in that decision. Oh goodness, Brent is threatening to riot. Don't worry, Brent, I'm going to ask you all about it. And yeah, Nana says Hollywood writing is so good, right?
Yeah. Almost starting to riot. No mention of Blacked Out because it's not like we did preface this by saying whatever's on this list, according to Game Informer's article, we will cover. That
Brent,
has a confirmed release date.
I was going to say, Brent, does it have a confirmed release date? If so,
yeah, and if it does, then fine. But if it doesn't, then it might be already on this list, just on the to be announced, which I'll have a look. So carry on.
I forgot what I was talking about. I'm getting very tired now, Pete. We've been on for a very long time. Yeah. I've been a very good girl. We've been on for an hour and 30 minutes. We made it, Pete.
I know, we did well.
I'm proud of us.
He says define confirmed. It has a date.
Is it
well,
like
it's not on this list.
Holiday 2022?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It has it has an actual date itself, which is what we said. Like, so we're all the way through. We were like May 19th for Vampire Masquerade Swan Song. You know, if it has a release window, we didn't cover it. So I'm gonna have a look.
There is a game that's about to be taken off of Game Pass that I really like, and I forgot what it's called.
Right, so he's put no public date. Window is public.
Hearts of Iron, I think, or something like that. Heart of Iron? Hearts of Iron.
Oh, nice.
It's about a little mouse, and it's not Tales of Arise. It's about a little mouse, and he is ridiculously adorable and cute, and his little feet slap the ground when he walks. And it's a RPG, not RPG, it's a... Well, no, it is an RPG, but it's set in medieval times. Oh my gosh.
Heart of Iron, did you say?
I think that's what it's called. Hearts of Iron? Heart of Iron?
Has there been previous games?
I don't remember.
Okay. Because there's a Hearts of Iron 4 on Steam.
I don't think that's it. It's a little indie... Tales of Iron, Brent says. Tales of Iron.
Oh, Tales of Iron.
Go play that, because it's a little indie game, I think. Watch me be wrong, it'd be like Square
Oh,
Enix.
yeah. I know which one you mean now. I've seen it.
Just so that they'll know. Is Hearts of Iron that one that Kieran reviewed from that guy? It is, isn't it?
I don't remember.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I've just noticed how unbelievably dark it is.
It's very dark, yeah. You're sitting in the darkness. But yeah, Tales of Iron, people, go out there and download it before they take it off of Game Pass. Just because it's so cute.
Yes, right. I didn't realise how dark it got so quickly. It's ridiculous.
Yes, it's the darkness inside. Nana said...
This might be where I have to start feeling the need for actually having a spotlight above my computer.
You should. Now. I've got like 4.
Yeah, but that requires me to spend money.
Well.
Anyway.
Nana says, I'm not super into the gameplay of Forspoken. It looks good. But I'm probably just going to buy Final Fantasy 10, 15, 16 if it 16. Comes out this year. And Star Ocean 6.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Star Ocean got announced. Yeah, I know a few Star Ocean fans, so I'm quite excited about that one.
Right.
Good.
I think I'm done talking, Pete. Are you done talking?
Not exactly, because
okay,
I think...
you keep talking then.
let's talk about. I'm going to go back to May actually, because Vampire the Masquerade song I think could be a very interesting prospect. To be
Well,
honest,
I think so. As we all know, Vampire Masquerade,
Masquerade.
Masquerade, Blood,
Yeah,
whatever's.
better make sure I get on that mescaline. Yeah.
um, but that one has not a joke cult following. Ha. It has a wonderful community. Like modding community. It's so good,
Yeah.
so well
It
done.
also has an incredible LARPing community as well for
Well,
the tabletop
yes.
game, which is ridiculous.
No, it's not.
It's funny. It's funny as hell though.
It's the
Just
first
watching
time
all these
ever.
people laughing around as vampires. It's like watching Twilight.
No, it is nothing like Twilight. Pete's winding me up, by the way.
Yes, of course I am.
Because he found out the other day that I was like really into this. No, me and my friends used to LARP around as vampires. Thank you very much. And it was nothing like Twilight. Twilight is for babies.
Did you by any chance go to Hot Topic?
I refuse to answer that.
That's a yes.
So, for people out there of younger generations who may not know, Hot Topic used to be very different. It used to sell.
To anybody who's ever watched a South Park episode of it,
Well, yeah, pretty much
will know.
goths of South Park. And what's funny is Hot Topic used to sell South Park merch. That was the only place you could get it. Well, I mean, you get it online, but I mean, like walking into a store, that was really it. And then, so Hot Topic was always like really dark, and the people that worked there, they always had like colored hair and spiky hair, and they were pierced everywhere and wore chains, and they were so cool. And the girls would come up to you and they'd be like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, like we have this new merch here in the back, you've got to see this, you're gonna love it. And then they would like show you all the new vampire lacy zip up leather stuff, and they're like, oh, you have to try this on. And it's like, I love Hot Topic.
No judgment here at all. That was your younger days. We all made some very stupid decisions when we were kids.
Oh, I love
young
Hot
adults.
Topic. Yes, yeah, and then like a couple years after that, it totally changed and is what it is now. Although now I think they're trying to go back to their goth roots, goth emo roots.
Yeah, I bet you're now one of those sorts of people. It's like hosers.
Yeah, exactly. I am. Of course, I am.
Yeah.
You weren't there in the emo trenches. You don't know.
Funny thing is, I used to make fun of your kind as a metaler. Oh yes, I know. I was in the trenches as well during the great metal emo war of 2005.
Yes. And it went like emo, and then from there it went to pastel goth, which is why I got so into like blue and pink, and I've never left that phase. Which is why I still do my hair is blue and pink.
It's so weird though, because that always like two cultures that don't tend to blend.
Yeah, they don't
like
at all.
Goth and neon.
Yeah, and then
what?
they just. Then do you remember, Pete? Do you remember that video of those like emo kids dancing under the bridge with their like face mask and the like big furry boots and stuff?
Yes, I do.
When that video came out, I was like, "Oh, I think I'm done. I don't think I'm emo anymore."
I was long past being done with emo. Like I said, I was definitely in the trenches of the metal side.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Good music.
Emo. There's some emo bangers. Nana, I kid you not, you would have fit so well in emo if you had just been a few years older, about 10 years older. Oh yeah, it would be about 10. Oh gosh, I can't think too hard about that. Because I just realized Kieran would have been like 6.
For sure. Yeah. I will be the first to admit that I don't mind a couple of emo songs. Like Welcome to the Black Parade by Chemical Romance is actually a good song, to be fair.
There was a few. And then Whatchamadoodle, they kind of, the White Stripes, they kind of straddled, you know, alternative and emo. You don't like the White Stripes?
I hate the White Stripes.
I don't like Jack What's-His-Face. I can't stand him.
Unbelievably overrated.
I love their music.
Like, the only... Like, I hate the song, but the video that they did for Fell in Love with a Girl is actually a quality video.
Fell in
I really hate the song though, so I just
You know
put the
who I
song
really
on mute and watch
liked?
the video.
You know who I really liked back then?
Mm-hmm.
I think their name was Jet. That weird 70s guy.
Oh, you mean Jet with 2 T's?
Yeah, he used to say up here in his falsetto. That one.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Music was weird back then, kids. It didn't make any sense.
No, music has always been weird. There's always been some weirdness with music.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm not even going to lie, there's been some weird metal bands as well, and you know, there's some that definitely skirt the line between metal and emo, and Killswitch Engage were definitely one of those.
Yes, absolutely. 1,000%.
I was a big fan of Killswitch.
Their cover of Holy Diver.
Oh, it's wicked. Absolutely
love
incredible.
that. Absolutely. I love Dio.
Yeah, I mean, then you've also got like Avenged Sevenfold, who are like screamo metal, very emo as well. But I've seen them live twice, and it's like
Avenged Sevenfold, and then who's the other one? Who is it?
Bullet for My Valentine.
Well, them two, but the
Trivium.
ones, oh gosh, yes. Wow, Pete, I forgot all these bands. The one that's like, you're so effing psycho. That one. Not.
I'm sure I probably heard it. I can't.
Yeah,
remember
I can't
that
remember.
is.
And then Perfect Circle, of course.
Oh yeah, that's the Milner James Keenan band. Like,
yeah.
That's the guy who used to front Tool.
Oh my gosh, really? I didn't realize that. I love Tool.
Yeah, it's Milner James Keenan who's the front man of Tool, and that's how I got into Tool, was listening to Perfect Circle.
Really?
Hmm.
So this has been our mid-2000 music catch-up with your host, Pete and Kylie, who are fast approaching middle age.
Yes, we are, and
No!
I hope you like this. I hope you like this diversion, because we have got no more games to cover.
Well,
yeah,
Pete...
if you like I said, I'll post the link in the game for the Game Informer article here that shows the release dates, and you can literally just go down and look and see how many games have still got to be announced for an actual release date.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive, to be fair, because I think a lot of companies this year are now getting a bit scared about whether or not they're going to be able to release games in a prompt time. Cyberpunk has definitely put a lot of fear into people about announcing release dates too early. So, it's just unbelievable.
Brent has redeemed his points.
Yep.
By saying you can always cover Blacktail. We will need to mention that as it becomes
I need to do some research on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as the fact it didn't really have a confirmed release date that's, we say confirmed, as it can move, it can adjust.
No, that is true.
All of these things. But those are the ones that the publishers or the developers have specifically come out and either put a trailer on it or a tweet announcement saying, yes, this is coming out on this date, be sure, be ready, and preload, basically.
Preload.
Pretty much. Preload. So, yeah. First show of the year, always going to be a bit of a weird one, so let's wrap this absolute show up.
Well, hold on 2 seconds. No.
Okay.
I want to find this band because you're going to roll your eyes. Slipknot! Freaking Slipknot!
Screw off, I'm not rolling my eyes at Slipknot. I've seen them 3 times, and they're incredible live as well.
Oh, good, okay. So
they were another one that did very much skirt the lines of whether or not they were like emo or metal. They were
or alternative.
They definitely weren't industrial metal. They were like They were more new metal side of things, like Trivium, Avenged Sevenfold, and stuff like that. So
and then the guy that sounded like Kurt Cobain, who his girlfriend was Amy what's her face?
Oh, don't you mean
from my
Courtney Love? You mean Courtney Love?
No. I'm talking about the guy that sounded like Kurt Cobain. His band was from South Africa. He started dating Amy what's-her-face from the My Immortal people.
Oh, Evanescence.
They were dating, and then some of the music they put out together, and then they broke up, and then they put out mean music to each other because they were mad at each other. But yeah.
Sounds pretty normal.
Yeah. But I liked both of them too. So I think that's
one surprising band that you would think that I would never like.
What's that?
Nightwish.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I love Nightwish.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yes.
Like, you mean operatic metal? Yeah.
Yes, I love
Amazing.
that. And I've mentioned on the show before Camelot with a K.
They
called
cool
epic
too.
metal. Yes, now that I'm just all over. And then on the other side is Iron and Wine, which is kind of like folky metal. I really like.
I'm not gonna lie, folk metal is quite fun. Pirate metal.
I love pirate. Almost all the pirate metal are Scottish bands, so
yeah, they are. It's pretty funny.
Weird. But yeah, I love
weird.
all
It's
of that.
Appropriate.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
But
also appropriate why you like them.
Oh, baby metal. Oh my goodness.
No.
What?
Baby metal, no.
Yeah, the Japanese one.
The only real sort of rocky sort of metal band that I was interested in when it came to Japanese was Mad Capsule Markets.
Oh my goodness. Japanese.
You never heard of them?
No, I haven't at all.
Well, they were sort of like trancey, like techno-y sort of metal. Like it was really obscure mix, but it worked really well. There is a song actually on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 soundtrack from Mad Capsule Markets, and that's how I got to know them. I bought a few of their albums, and they're really good.
Right? That's wild. Then I had to have heard them if they were on Tony Hawk.
You definitely would have done.
Mm-hmm. But, oh man, I wish I could just remember that stupid band's name. It's a good band.
Doesn't matter anyway. Let's wrap the show up.
Yes, I know.
Anyway. I know. We're just on a right old tangent about metal and rock and emo now.
Yes. But we do thank you so much for joining us on this show back. It's always a little bit shaky when you come back from such a long vacation. 3 weeks, Pete. I thought it was 2.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
Well, it's because I sat there and was like, how long's it really been? Oh my god, it's been 3 weeks, not 2 weeks. What?
I know, it's crazy. So thank you for hanging in there with us. We should be back in our stride. We'll be hitting our stride again next week. And then our Fridays will be back as well.
Yeah.
So I guess...
by the way, I will talk about this more, but I should be available this week for that.
Okay. Then look forward to possibly a Friday, which will be fun, Pete.
Yeah.
And our hearts and sympathies go out to Kieran.
Yes, they do. But do you want to let everyone know where they can find you on the
yes,
social
but
media
I was gonna do yours first. But if you want to find me, who knows what I'm gonna be tweeting from one moment to next. It is at Kiley to Greet, which is KILEYTEHGREET. I did it!
Yeah, I was just
You're at the
facing
ready.
there just to wait and see like if you remembered it.
Yep.
Excellent stuff.
Always come by. I interact with everyone. I don't care. Just talk to me. I'm lonely.
Sure.
I may not always answer my DMs though. Those are like full lately. On all my social medias, and so I'm way behind, so I do want to apologize to folks. It's always nice stuff. I've never come across anything rude. It's just that it is a lot. And so sometimes I don't get to everything, and it's never a personal thing.
I also think it's that it must just be, and I can only assume this myself, but as a female on social media, you look at those DMs come in, you go, oof, I open this?
There's always a little bit of trepidation, even for me. And like I said, for the last, I'll say 4 years, since, mostly since I've been with RRUK, I've really not had anything bad or terrible come through at all. But there is still that kind of like, ooh, but thankfully I can preview them before I click on them.
Good.
So, yeah. But again, remember, it's never anything personal if I don't answer. It's just, there's so many.
Okay. That's fair.
Pete, what about you?
Well, you can find me answering personal DMs on Twitter at PeteBeckett1. I usually answer because I have no fear about getting those naughty pics.
Yeah, Pete. No, I won't. It's gonna be like.
Let me just preface this and say there have been platforms where I have got those horrible picks before, so I know how they feel.
I was gonna say send them on. So don't. No, I'm kidding. Please don't do that. Never do that. But I do think it's funny.
Okay, personal warning to you: if you ever send me anything like that, I'm leaking it.
There you go. That's the way it should be. But I think
you'll learn eventually.
I think we've compared notes before, and Pete has actually had more naughty picks.
I've definitely had a lot more hate messages.
And naughty picks than I've ever gotten. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yes. Wait, did you say your address?
Yeah, at Pete Beckett 1 on Twitter.
Okay, just in case you didn't. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. I apologize, it's kind of crazy, but it was a good one. It was good to be back. It's very good to be back. Yeah,
great to be back. Yeah, that sounded really sarcastic. But it definitely wasn't.
So
I miss doing this.
I do too. Like, I have to do this. It keeps my mind out of. I was gonna say out of the gutter. That is not true. It does not.
Should have heard us on our planning meeting on Thursday. I'm pretty sure Kieran didn't know how to react sometimes.
I was very good.
You weren't. I was not.
You weren't, but I was very good.
But then the problem is you get encouraged by my stupidity, and then therefore all hell breaks loose eventually.
That's true. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us, and we might see you Friday, which will be great. But either way, we will see you and talk to you next week. Bye.
Hey.
That ends the podcast, but I think we'll wrap up.
We won't wrap up that soon. We'll go for a few more minutes. I just wanted to obviously discuss quickly that I have a free Friday for the first time in a while. So let's Friday.
Okay. We shall do some Friday, and then we'll mention Blacktail for Brent on Friday.
There you go. We'll do a tier list on why Blacktail will be the best release of the year. I don't even know how the logistics of that one will even work, but
And I don't want to do tier lists without Kieran because
I was joking on that one.
I like to put just you and Tyrion like in Tyrion. That's actually a cool name. But actually,
why? Because Tyrion Lannister.
Tyrion, yeah. You know though, I pronounce his name, Kieran's name, the way they do it over here. They don't pronounce it like that in Scotland. They're like Keaton. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I like for you guys to do the tier list so that I could just sit back and not do anything.
Yeah, that sounds about normal for you.
Yep. So in Blacktail, you play Yaga, who is separated from her sister in a scary forest. Oh, this sounds familiar. It uses Slavic mythology as a backdrop for the action RPG. That sounds like the game I was playing. For that. But that sounds so much like the game I was playing. I was streaming.
Which one was that?
The one that Jonathan had requested.
Oh, Roki.
That one. Yeah, it sounds very similar.
Yeah, that's fair. Sounds interesting, at least. Like, it might.
Definitely.
Have caught my attention just from that description.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I'm assuming, Brent, that it's an indie. Is what I'm assuming. I could be wrong in my assumption.
Let me have a look. Blacktail. Well, it's coming to Series X, yeah. So cool. Definitely give it a crack. Not gonna. Right. Publisher, The Parasite. So yeah, I would imagine it's a indie game.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I've heard of them before.
Seether. Pete. Seether was the band I was trying to think of earlier.
Who, sorry?
Seether. Seether. The lead singer, sounds like Kurt Cobain.
Oh, yes, I remember these.
Yeah.
Never got into them, but I definitely saw their stuff.
Their first stuff sounds so much like Nirvana, so you just kind of avoid it, but their next album started sounding really good. Really good. Fake It. I love Fake It.
Okay, I'm going to say something controversial here.
Yes. You don't
I
like
think
Nirvana?
No, I think Nirvana are massively overrated.
I
I think they're kind of shite, actually.
I don't, but I wasn't aware enough when they were around.
Yeah.
So I missed a lot of the cultural significance and all that kind of stuff. But so what I'm saying is I didn't listen to their stuff when it was on.
Yeah.
Or, like it might have been in the background or whatever. But it wasn't until probably 5 years later that I actually I listened to the MTV live
Unplugged
one.
in New
Yeah,
York.
yeah, yeah. And I was like, oh, these are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Look,
then I love Dave Grohl.
That's the only thing that I really liked from Nirvana. Like I will preface it by saying I have bought Nirvana albums, like
Mm-hmm.
on CD. Obviously, it's after the fact,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
obviously, because
Yeah, because you
they
would
were
have.
around in my lifetime, but not really when I was listening to that kind of music.
I was going to say, because it would have been the same for you.
Yeah, so I remember the only release that I bought actually at the time that was new was the Corporate Cash Grab Greatest Hits album that had the unreleased song on it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, well, they put that front and center on that Greatest Hits compilation, obviously. I think it was a remaster actually of the song from like a previous demo. So
Yes, that's correct.
but I've bought them, listened to them, and all of that. I like the Unplugged in New York like stuff. I don't particularly like their songs. I just like the covers they did of
Right.
Apologies and
Man Who
The Man
Sold the World. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, and they were fantastic.
Um,
But yeah, I just think their content was just sort of a bit shite. Like going back and listening to it again after a while, it was sort of like, this is really cringe. This is so early 90s cringe.
Well, yeah. God, I love all that. Brent's wrote a lot. Do you want to read it?
Yeah. Turns out you're playing a what?
A young
Baba Yaga. Yeah,
because your phone. Yeah.
Green. Yeah, a young Baba Yaga, and your choices determine if you become the evil one or a good protector of the forest.
I like
it's indie,
that.
but from the devs of what?
The devs are from the Boober team.
Oh, Blooper team. Yeah, okay. And he also highlighted a message that says, also, you use black cats to teleport around the world.
Well, that's
Sold.
cool.
Black cats sold.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Pete loves cats.
Yeah, I do like cats. I rip it out of my friend at work who always talks about cats, but I can't help but do that with a bit of just fun, just because it's fun winding him up about it.
Yes. But Pete really loves penguins.
Yeah.
And Kieran loves beavers.
Don't stop.
I'm not. And I love all animals, but really I love pandas, clearly.
Well, yeah, pandas are cool. I actually, when I took Rachel up to Scotland, I think it was like the first year or two that we were together, and went up to Edinburgh Zoo, and that was one of the only places that actually have pandas in the UK.
Oh, right.
And we went there and we had a look, and they were obviously like sleeping a lot.
Well, they would
as
be.
They do. It turns out that actually one of the pandas was pregnant at the time.
Oh my goodness. That's cool.
That was kind of cool.
I'm of mixed feelings about zoos, obviously.
Yeah, so do I.
I know.
I understand the preservation work that they do, but yeah, animals in captivity, it's like, it's not my idea of fun.
As they get into more and more like natural habitats or habitations or whatever, it's a little less freaky deaky. But those early zoos, it's just like tiny little cages, and they're all in metal and cages and.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
No.
I also find it a bit weird when they put like the glass up there. It's like they can clearly see out and see that it's like weird.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see that video that was doing the rounds of I think it was a lion that was like trying to eat a kid
the little baby
on the other side of that was so weird. And they're like laughing at it. It's like, no, this like if this thing actually breaks through the glass, you're screwed.
Yeah. We are.
That clearly wants to eat you.
Yeah, we are not the apex predators that we think we are.
Oh, we definitely are not. I definitely realised that. I'm watching a shark documentary last night.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, there was a good. Surprisingly, at the end of last year on Sky, there was a really decent shark documentary. It's
Oh,
like
right.
three episodes of it, and I've watched the first one, and my goodness, like seeing some of those, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a shark that is actually the longest living mammal on the entire planet
Oh my gosh.
that's managed to actually survive the extinction level events.
That's crazy. I thought there was only tortoises that did that. And lobsters.
Yeah, it's an Arctic shark.
Right. That is
Yeah,
wild.
they live to over 400 years old.
Maybe I'm part shark.
Pretty impressive.
Yes. Well, I am known as a
Just
predator.
say I'm shark.
I said I'm part shark.
Oh,
And then I was like, I am known as a predator to some.
that may be clipped and taken out of context in a really bad way. So I must exercise my right as the editor not do that. Well, not my right, my privilege as editor to not abuse my power.
All right.
Even though I really want to sometimes.
Yes. Technically, yes, I am a predator, Brent.
Technically, you are.
Yes. Instead of a shark, I was making a joke.
I mean, you could just say that you were making reference to that Futurama episode.
Which one? There's so many.
What, that 80s guy episode?
Oh my gosh. Yes, my bonitis. I shared this before and bored everyone to tears. I'm going to do it again because I still find it just fascinating. That chimpanzees share 97% of their DNA with male humans, and only 88% with female humans.
Which is why when we go out drinking, we're always slinging shit.
Oh gosh.
I didn't mean literally.
Yeah.
That's why we like a fight.
I don't know, though. I've been accosted by ladies before. Little tiny ladies come up to me and want to fight, and I'm like, ooh, you've been drinking. You got that Dutch courage.
Yep.
They're see a challenge, and they're like, ooh.
Don't worry, been on the receiving end of that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a strange feeling.
Yep, I've been kicked and I've been slapped in the face by a short drunk lady.
Oh my gosh!
I was the one that got thrown out of that damn pub that night for it as well. I did nothing wrong.
Even I have to be careful among the little ladies because, you know, you look at me and they're like, oh, clearly you started some poop. And I'm like, no.
That's exactly what they said to me as well. I was like, guy, like, the size you are, like, you clearly started this. I went, no, I didn't. Like, there was only one person that ended up with a broken toe that night.
In fact, the picture I just posted on my Twitter earlier today, where I'm in the red top outfit, that very night, I had a lady accuse me of being a not cis female and wanting to fight me, and I was just like, what's happening? What? I had just started training. I was like, what's going on? We were in a country club, Texas country honky tonk.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, why are you talking to me? Please leave me alone. And then my friend at the time, she's still my friend, she's also very tiny, and she was like defending me, and I was like, I want to go home back to my cave now.
I can defend myself, but no, not going to.
Yeah.
Brent put, the corn is one of the closest genetic matches to humans.
I am definitely made of corn. I love corn.
That is why we like Freak on a Leash.
I do like corn, the band as well.
And I brought it full circle.
You have.
You could
perfect
say a perfect circle.
Woo, we did it!
Woo-hoo. That's the end of the show. Let's call it a day. We're not going to get any better than that.
Actually, do you think that's a good stopping point? Because it is literally 1 minute till 5. Pete.
Yeah.
Not 30 seconds to Mars, so.
Oh, you ruined the good graces of which we finished there. Like, talking about Jared Leto and terrible person he is.
Oh my gosh.
Awful, horrible human being.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up Wrap
Yeah,
it
definitely.
up. And then
Brent put thanks for the entertainment.
Well,
You're welcome, my friend.
Thank you for showing up and being entertained. And we will talk more about Black Tail, as it's more confirmed and stuff.
Well, unfortunately, he has put thanks for the entertainment because I can't do the classic Russell Crowe quote from Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Well, clearly you are.
It may be time for me to watch that again.
Me too. It's been about 15 years.
It's been about 2 weeks for me. No, I think I watched it last year.
Okay.
I'm always afraid every time I rewatch it that like I'll see like, oh, this isn't as good. You know how you go back and watch old stuff and you're like, oh, this hasn't aged well.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I've done that a few times.
Yeah, it's weird.
Also,
it's weird.
watch out for a shot in Gladiator where there's clearly a car in the background.
There's a car, and then there's
someone's wearing trainers.
Yep. And I was like, man, once that was pointed out to me, it's like all I can see now. But I do think that's gonna. Oh, look, my voice is starting to wear away.
Dana just put quickly just before we end. That was me with Spider-Man 2002 a week ago. Yeah, I did see that.
Nana, I wanted to tell you then, the CGI was terrible in 2002 in the theater. That was bad back then. Like, I love the movie, don't get me wrong, but I remember turning to the people I was with and going, "Oh, this is bad." But see, Sam Raimi, he had been doing like Xena and Hercules, so he was still on TV level production of CGI.
You have to remember where he got his start in the movies as well, which
Evil
was
Dead.
Low budget Army of Darkness.
Yeah, and I love Sam Raimi, I really do. I love his stuff, but the CGI in Spider-Man 2002
it's shocking.
And then when they came out with like HD TVs and stuff like that in like 2005 or 6, I remember.
Something like that, yeah.
I remember walking into a Blockbuster and seeing Spider-Man 2 on. And it was where the bomb explodes in the garage. It was terrible. And I was just like, I don't ever want an HD TV because it's going to show how awful everything is. So, yeah,
and then you bought to play Halo 3. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah, I did.
How the hell did I know that? Whoa, what a surprise.
Yeah. Halo 3 changed everything in my technological pursuit.
Yeah, I mean, I would be the first to admit I did play a lot of the 360 still on a standard definition TV.
I didn't. I went and bought, because it's right when I started. I had a good job. I started at the newspaper. It's my first grown-up job. Yeah. And I bought a TV and a big screen TV and my 360 and Halo 3 and Sims 2, I think, for the PC. I think
might have been Sims 2 or Sims 3.
Sims 2 or 3. I can't remember. Yeah, it's so fuzzy back then. But I was like, oh, I'm rich now. I'm rich, bitch. But it was my first time. It was my first
splurge
time.
On stupidity.
Yeah, it was like my first grown-up paycheck and, all on my own and stuff. Oh, it's so funny.
Oh, look, everyone did that. I'm sure I bought the 360 out of that one of those first paychecks.
Probably
or the PS3.
everyone our age. Yeah, had to be everyone our age. That's the first thing we probably bought with our paychecks.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Sony turned around and told me at that time I needed 2 jobs to pay for a PS3.
Oh.
We won't get into that.
Don't get me started on that. But anyway.
No, let's call it.
Yeah, we're going to go now. Thanks for showing up, you guys. It means the world to us all the time. Every time.
Yes.
60% of the time, it works all the time.
I can't believe you just repurposed that thing that I even said to you earlier on in the week as well.
It's true. That's what I do.
Brent comes in, very last one. I got my 360 for Christmas.
Oh, you lucky.
Excellent stuff.
Lucky. Nobody bought me nothing.
I'm not going to lie, I got consoles for Christmas over the years as a kid.
I never did. I bought all mine. Well, yeah.
Technically a Christmas present to myself.
Well, I was going to say, and you also have a partner, so that's, okay.
Well, yeah, she bought me presents, but the money that I got from other people did technically pay for the PS5. So.
Okay, well, I just bought myself a jacuzzi whirlpool bath, but we'll talk about that later.
She did.
course you did.
Yesterday I bought it and I was like, oh, this could pay for about 4 PS5s if I could get one.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if you would have told me you wanted one, I would have bought you one and shipped it over express to you. Honestly, I'd gladly go on the hunt again because the hunt was actually the most
oh
fun.
my goodness. Well, that's definitely a thought. Okay.
No, it's not a thought. It's a fact.
Brent, it's going in my personal upstairs bathroom, which is already done out in gold tile. Not gold, like cheap gold. It's like fancy. And has some handmade
Like actual
tiles.
gold bullion.
Maybe. But it's the one that I tiled myself. And yeah, I'm redoing it all in the next month. But I bought the thing yesterday. It's huge. It's gigantic.
Of course it is.
So
I've seen one of those. Is it like an air bath?
what's an air bath? Is that the one with the bubbles?
It's got jacuzzi things.
Oh yeah, it's got all the bubbles. It's got a temperature control. It's got built-in speakers.
Oh, okay, so different to the one that Rachel's had at her house for a while, but her dad bought before her dad split up with mum. Bought bought one for the house because he had a bad back.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's really nice actually, surprisingly, when it works, and you've got to maintain it very well.
Yep, which is fine.
It means you've got to clean it.
Yeah, it does absolutely, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, I mean, I can tell just like looking at it, it's a complete biatch. Like I'll have to clean it like a swimming pool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it got chlorine in that.
It's pretty much an indoor hot tub. Is basically exactly what I've bought. Is an indoor hot tub. I can't wait.
I know where this is going now. Then
What?
we'll talk about that.
I'm future proofing. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, shut up. We are gonna say goodbye now.
For the 6th time.
For the 6th time. And I don't have any more things to reveal, so.
No, okay.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by, everyone.
Yes.
That was great. Seriously, always think the first one of the year is going to be a nightmare, and no one's going to turn up.
I know, and the fact that at least 2 of you did, and stayed the whole time, it really means everything. And
appreciate it.
We will see you guys possibly on Friday, which I look forward to.
More than likely Friday.
Yep. Okay.
Right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.